If you're seller, buyer, investor or builder, market is shifting. And there are some important things you need to know. Because right now, Seattle, Bellevue, Kirkland and all Eastside are not moving as one market. Some areas still very competitive, some areas become more balanced. And some sellers are learning hard way that this market no longer reward overpricing. So in today's update, I'll show you what happened in March, what it means for the April, and where I believe this spring market is heading next. Hi, this is Oleg Duknevich. If you follow Seattle and Eastside real estate, or you are thinking about buying or selling this spring, this update will help you to understand what's really happening. This is biggest takeaway. This is not collapsing market. It is a more selective market. Inventory has expanded, buyers have more choices, and the homes that sits too long getting wider. So today's strategy matters more than hype. Price matters more than ever. And understanding your exact neighborhood matters more than broad headlines. Let's start with the big pictures. In Seattle, active listing rose to 1,056. That is 29% higher than a year ago. Pending sales were 666, up 1%, and closed sales went up 7%. And medium closed sale price came in at $944,000, which is 46% lower than last year. Even with more inventory, about 37% of all homes sold about list price, and about 65% of all homes sold less than 15 days on the market. Across Eastside overall, inventory expanded for 60% year over year. But there is a part is matter. 68% of all homes sold less than 15 days on the market, and 32% of all listings got a multiply offers. So buyers' demand did not disappear, simply supply grew faster. That is the story of the market. More choices, more selectivity, and wider gap between best homes and the rest. Now let's talk about Seattle. Seattle is probably closest to the balanced market. Months of supply about 1.6 months. This is still low. Homes that sold under 15 days that average 100.7% of the list price. After 30 days on the market, prices softened noticeably, often into a mid-high 90% of the list price. So for Seattle, message is simple. If you price and prepare correctly, market still responds. But if sellers get more aggressive, buyers have enough choices to move on. This is no longer the market where the average presentation will be rescued by momentum. Now let's talk about Bellevue, because Bellevue really is two different markets right now. Let's start with West Bellevue. West Bellevue had about 105 active listings and 26 pending sales, which puts supply roughly in 4 months of inventory. The median closed sale price came in at $3,749,000 and up for 11% year over year. About 43% homes sold about list price, but 28% of homes had price change before the sale. And once homes sat for 31 to 60 days, some were selling closer to 92% from the list price. So West Bellevue market is not weak, but it is very execution driven. Now compare with Bellevue East. That market looks much more competitive. It had 115 active listings, 68 pending sales, and only 1.7 months of supply. There were 52 closed sales, and approximately medium close sale price $1,580,000. The key number here is 57% sold above list price, and nearly 79% of all homes close in less than 15 days, averaging 101% of the list price. So the Bellevue is not one story. West Bellevue is more selective and luxury sensitive. Bellevue East is still fast and highly competitive. And there is another reason Bellevue remains important. The city keeps moving forward a more urban future. One example is the Prove North Bellevue redevelopment near Bellevue Square. An aging shopping center is planned to become mixed-use project with roughly 900 housing units plus retail, public space, and pedestrian connections. This is not a development headline, it is a signal. Bellevue continuing to attract long-term investment, long-term housing demand, and long-term urban growth. Now, let's move to Kirkland and Bridal Trails. Kirkland had about 182 active listings, 51 pending sales, and roughly 3.6 months supply of inventory in March. The medium close sale price was about $2 million and down for 10% year over year. But this was still not a weak market. About 49% homes sold above list price, and roughly 70% homes sold less than 15 days on the market, at around 100% from the list price. Once listings got beyond 60 to 90 days, discounts becomes more noticeable. Some 90+ day sales close around 86% of list price. So Kirkland have strong demand, but buyers are clearly saying, show me quality, show me value, and show me the right price. Now let's talk about Sammamish and North Issaquah, represented here as east of Lake Sammamish. This was one of the strongest story in the group. March showed about 195 active listings, but still only 1.5 months of supply. The medium close sale price came in at $1,409,000 and down for 11% year over year. And here is a key number. 65% of all homes sold about list price. So yes, inventory is up, but this is still one of the stronger seller-favorable family home-oriented market in the region. In other words, buyers have more choices than before, but best homes are still picked up very quickly. So, where this market is going? And here's my view. I believe we will continue to see more listings in the spring that should put pressure on a seller to price property correctly from the start. But I don't see the current market as evidence for the market crash. I see the market that is normalizing and become more neighborhood specific. Seattle is more balanced but still active. West Bellevue is more selective in luxury tier. Bellevue East remains highly competitive. Kirkland still have demand, but more leverage on the homes that sit. And Sammamish and North Issaquah still looks strong, especially in school-driven family neighborhoods. So the people who win the spring will not be the ones who following generic headlines. They will be the ones who understand their micro market. If you're a buyer, this market will give you more opportunities than frenzy years. You have more choices, more comparison, and on the right listing, more room to negotiate. But not every home is negotiable. The best homes are moving fast. And if you're a seller, the biggest mistake right now is inspirational pricing. This market is rewarding sellers who create urgency early, not sellers who wait and hope. In many of these areas, once listings sit too long, buyers Start looking for weaknesses and not value. If you are investor or builder, the bigger Bellevue story matters too. Projects like Bellevue North show that long-term confidence in a key Eastside corridor is still very real. Growth is continuous, but it becomes more urban, more vertical, and more strategic. So that is April 26 market update. The short version is this: the market is not dead, is not crashing, but no longer easy. It is more selective, more local, and more strategy driven. If you are thinking about buying, selling, building, or investing in Seattle or Eastside, now is the time to understand your exact neighborhood. I'm Oleg Dukhnevich, real estate broker with Windermere Bellevue Commons. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in next episode.